few adjustments here real quick. Scroll this up a little bit. Alright, as you can see, we have been missing data for over a week now. For 11 days, there has been no data. Alright, the last time we had data was on the 12th, and that goes as well for stereo A. So I've been doing a lot of reporting, but there hasn't been a lot of activity going on in the sun in the meantime. So anyways, I just had to bring this to our attention first, is all this missing data. All right, now on both stereo and on the Soho satellite. But that doesn't stop us because we have this site over here that has the data. All right. Let's just go back to our latest little event here. All right, this was on the 21st. Let me zoom in and get everything nice and pretty like for you guys. Maybe even scoot this a little closer in. Hello, everybody in the chat. Good evening. I hope everybody's doing well. I've been praying for everybody. Hope you guys have been praying for each other, so we're all hanging tight despite what's going on. Okay, so just real quick here, I'll go over this little event right here. Let me see if I can slide this down just a tad bit more. All right. This little event up here, you can see we have our little dark patch here, and it tugs some plasma along with it. See that? And then there's a secondary one back in that plasma. All right. Not much, just this little event right here. Boom. On the 21st into the 22nd. Okay. Here's all of the 22nd that we're going through. Not much going on there until we get to this little thing right there on the side right here. Is the tail end of the 22nd. And then as we get into the whoopsie, let me get this back. The tail end of the 22nd right here, we start to have this eruption up here. Okay, so we're at 2304 of 1022. And we have this filament eruption up here. And then we have this that down here that almost appears to have wings. Let's zoom in on this real quick here. Just kind of looking like Nibiru a little bit here with this wing structure on it. This one coming off over here, trailing back, and this one curving back right here. And then we'll take it one more frame forward, and there you can kind of see that structure that I'm talking about again. Let's zoom in just a tad bit tighter. Scooch it over. There's a good shot of it right there. All right. And then all right, so it started off like that, and then it went boom, 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 boom. And see, even this charged plasma right here that it's dragging with it all the way out of the frame, that's still glowing hot just like the sun. As it leaves the frame, that's the last updated frame right there. Alright, so let me unzoom or de-zoom. Pull back a little bit there. Oh wait, that wasn't enough. Alright, that's good enough. So that's that was the Soho view. Now we have stereo A, which is right next to Soho right now, the positioning of this satellite. They moved it back towards Earth, and it caught a very similar event. And let's zoom in on this for you guys. Okay, you can see it's... Wait. There we go. There's a good shot of it. And you can see it's got these wing-like appendages stretching back this way and this way right here. Try tinting this out just a tad bit. Well, maybe this way. And you can see these wings on it. And what appears to be little moon or satellite type structure that's along with it up here at the top. Okay, there's a good zoomed in shot of it. Now let's pull back a little bit so we can use the instrument. And that's the last frame right there. There you can see the circular object, the structure right there. That's a good shot. Right there, maybe a little bit. Those two frames right there, probably. And it appears to be two of them. One right here and its little moon right here making this secondary wing. Alright, and that's today, 10/23/2023. That's we're already into the future a little bit because this goes on a different time, or on a different time, different clock. So we're already into the 23rd for UTC time, but you can see we've had another event here with another object, and then we had this event up here. Let me zoom back out. Let's see if we can capture. No, I need to go more. This event up top here too. There we go. Boom, 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 boom. It blossoms, comes right at the camera, right below the satellite, so it's coming right at us. This region right over here is about to erupt again. Let me go back to this. If you can see, there's something already coming out, and these beams are stretching around it. What I want to do real quick while we're here is just update this a little bit. There might be a couple of missing frames, or not missing frames, but added frames since I last loaded this. We'll see if it added a couple more frames to it. I want to see what's coming out of this region right here, because I saw something starting to erupt from this region in the closing frames. I want to see if there's a couple more frames tacked on to the end here. So this is starting the 20th, going kind of fast forward through everything. There's our event from today, and then, yeah, closing frame right here, you can see that there's something about to happen over here. Here, let me just... see this last little spurt right here at the end. There's something about to come out of there. So, sorry we have to use this instrument. That's why I don't usually do reports from this one, because it's a little, just not as detailed. You know, we like the difference model, the black and white model, but as you can see, no data. So that's our latest activity that came off on the 23rd that will interact with the Earth on the 26th. Okay, let's come on over here to this instrument. Zoom in on this real quick for you guys and pull it over. I want you to see how quiet the X-ray flux has been. I should have just done it all at the first time. Alright, there we go. I'll squeeze this all in the frame. There we go. After this event, it dropped below the seafloor and has just been, boom, way below the seafloor here. So the sun is pretty weak, and when it does spit something out, little pop, it barely goes above the seafloor, okay? And here at the whoopsie, let me bring this back over here. Towards the end here, now I showed you this line right here delineates the 22nd from the 23rd. I already showed you stuff coming off on the 23rd, and it's just not even there. So you can see how how dead the sun is. It's just weak. It's really weak. It's barely pumping out. It can't even pump out C category right now. It's just weak unless something interacts with it. Okay, so there's that, and it doesn't correlate with the CMEs I just showed you. They're just not even on here. So let's back out of that. Whoops, not enough. Zoom in and out, in and out. Sorry, you guys. Thanks for putting up with all this. All right, this is what I wanted to show you real quick here, too. Here's your filament release here, and this one on the south. Look at the teardrop shape of this one coming off the south here at the end. Click on this, get this the whole screen. Nope, guess not. Oh, there we go. Alright, so those objects cause these little filament releases here. Then let's come over to the tracker. Why don't you guys take a peek at this real quick. Alright. Right here is Earth, this little yellow dot, and there's a red square right next to it. That red square is stereo A. It used to be way back here on the backside of the sun with stereo B. They were two satellites that looked at the backside. B burned out, so they brought stereo A all the way back around here to Earth's perspective now. So now it's hard to gauge what direction they're going. We have to use this tracker because both satellites have the same vantage point. So it's hard to delineate which direction they're going from the satellite view. Anyways, you can see we have had two blasts. They kind of merged together at once, but then they're separate at once, and then they kind of merged together. One there, going away from the Earth. So that's a good sign. The object itself still looks like it's headed towards us, though. Anyway, let's cruise on down here. Oh, no, I want to do this one. Our auroras are pretty weak right now, so there's not much radiation hitting the planet right now. We're in a little lull, which is a good thing. We're not taking on a lot of absorption, which is good, because as we go over here now to the Schumann, you'll see that we've had a couple of these screeching incidents again here. Now, this is where I need to be careful and pull everything in nice and carefully here. Alright. There we go. A little bit better. This one you can't zoom in on because of the instrument. I'm just lucky we have the link to it. Alright. So you can see our 7.83 hertz line going across right here. This is the one we're most concerned about. Here's our screeching event. I bet you guys all felt something going on right around that time. I know I did. And after it was over, I came over here. When I got home, I checked out the Schumann to see if there was an event during what happened, and sure enough. So a lot of stuff going on. Anyways, we're pumping along pretty good. We had another screeching event just a little while ago, and the application of the brakes again. But as we're coming out of it, it's still pumping out a 7.83 hertz. So our magnetic field is still holding there. The other day, just to the left of this, it's off screen now, there was a little break in this line. Not a break, but a very weak zone, we'll say, that I'm concerned about. Was just the other day over here, and that affected a lot of people too. Unfortunately, this stuff is having effects on people's mentality, on their mental health, and the animals as well. Okay, so let's move on over to our earthquake map here real quick. What I really want to dive in on is these two quakes in our deep quake region that initiate all the energy entering the system. Today we have two deep quakes. Come here. This first one, this bigger one, I need readjust the screen again. There we go. We have 5.5 south of Fiji at a depth of 537. So we have one deep quake of five, a mid five, and then right next to it, right after it, a couple hours later, we had a 4.6 down at 542, down around the same depth. So we've had two deep quakes, a 5.5 and a 4.6. That combined energy is going to enter this system here in the next few hours to coming days, right? So as it enters the system, you see how it's kind of empty and naked right through here, because new energy is about to hit it right now. This is all old energy from previous deep quakes that's been going off. Let's take a peek at this one right here, a 5.0 off the coast of China. Is that on land or in the water? Oh, and see the slough zone? Do you see where all the sand sloughs away down to the ocean floor right here? There's a weak zone right in that area, right? So, boom, that's where our quake went off. Then China had another quake. This one up here, I'm surprised it got reported, is another 5.0 at a depth of 10. So some 5.0 energy been hitting this area right around here. There was another one, where'd it go? It must be old and dropped off the map. Somewhere else over here, let's take a peek at this. This is over at Greece, a 4.3. Okay, so activity going on over at Greece. Keep that in the back of your mind when we go to another map here. We'll talk about this area here too. Other spots I want to look. Oh, where was this one down here? Oh, it's bumped off there too. Otherwise, not much. Let's go look up here at Washington real quick. We got this 3.1, Burley, Washington. And just lately down here is a 2.6, Costco Junction. Couple here, one in Texas, 2.5 in Texas, and 2.9 New Mexico. All right, not much going on for the U.S. That's about it for the quakes. Let's move on over to this one now. All right, let's get it back over here to America, please. All right, this is our sulfur dioxide map, all right? This is the gas that's down beneath the crust, surrounding the magma, and as the magma expands, it pushes this gas out through perforations in the crust. That could be a fissure, a crack, a hole, a seam, just any kind of, a leaky spot in the crust where gas can get pushed up through. And as you can see, the country's been kind of, where'd my pointer go? Divided down the middle here, with this side being really intense with a lot of, spewing a lot of this gas, and the western side not so much. Over here, though, in my neck of the woods, we have a new feature that I want to talk about real quick. Let's see if we can get this nice and pretty like for you guys. All right, hopefully you can see this little round circle. This is Lake Tahoe. This is the rim of the Sierras running down like this, okay? And as we pull back, you'll see we have these hot spots, or these gas emission spots right here in the foothills of the Sierras, on the California side of the foothills in the Sierras. So for reference again, here's Tahoe. Just west of Tahoe, we have a very intense spot. Down south of Tahoe, we have this spot, and if you can see it, let me get it just right. There's a little hot spot in there. Can you see this little red dot right there? So there's a hot spot in this plume that's on the foothills of the Sierras right here. Yeah, it's a dark spot. The darker the spot, the more intense the amount that's coming out, okay? So that's a pretty dark spot, right kind of close to my area that I'll be watching closely. Some other stuff over here by Salt Lake, not much. As we pull back, there's some dark spots up here in Canada, here, right here, and right here. Anybody want to see a specific spot of the country that I could zoom in on real quick before we move away from this map? Do you see this little spot right here with got a hot spot and some couple of them, two red ones and this yellow one in this little area. So this underwater or this underground gas exhalation or expulsion creates fires at the surface. Alright, so let's just keep rolling around the world here. We gotta stop off at Hawaii. Yeah, Oahu's still spewing a good plume of sulfur there. Alright, let's pull back over here to China. China's still in a mess. Now notice how it's all of this region, not the Gobi Desert. The Gobi Desert right here is just perfectly cookie cutter cut out, but everything outside of it is just spewing sulfur dioxide. Down in India, they're getting it. Oh, this is a spot I want to take a peek at. The region everybody has their attention glued on right now, the Holy Land. All right, here's the Sea of Galilee. All right, you can see it's all purple in this area. They have a lot of sulfur coming out of the ground here too. It's pretty hard to see, but let me zoom in. There is a little red dot, a little hot spot right there. Go in. Where is it now? There it is. Little tiny red dot here as we zoom out. A little hot spot in this region, okay? Look at this dark spot over here. Is that Saudi Arabia? No. That's way up north. And look down here by the Red Sea here along Saudi Arabia. They got a dark patch as well. The other spot I wanted to take a peek at is... Well, here we'll do South America while we're here. You can see all this along the coast, all their corresponding fires. Let's just kind of go in here real quick. See all the corresponding fires with these hot spots, or with these plumes. So South America's got a situation going on down there. All right, now I want to come over to Java here. Where are we? There we go. And Merapi, we got to watch this area again because we got a nice dark round circle area right here at the mouth of this channel. Right outside this channel, let me get zoomed in a little better for you. Is the Hunga Tunga? Or no, dang it. The other volcano, no, it is Hunga Tunga that went off right here. Anyways, Merapi's here on this island, and it's going off. So we got all kinds of volcanoes. There was up to 60 that were going off at once, and then it all died down again. So everything flared up as these objects went past, and then as it, cleared up, everything the plumage kind of died down there. So we still got these hot spots down here in South Africa, right? So enough of that. Let's move on to the forecast. All right, we're not going to do too hardy of a forecast. I'm just going to let this loop play. We really don't have too much energy, except on the 26th now, that we'll have to add in there. But as we go through this, there's excuse me, I had to take a sip. There's a storm front coming down through this part of the region of the country, pushing down warm air on this side. It's going to create a convergence line coming up through here. And as they converge together over Texas here, you're going to see blossoming thunderstorms, this region right in here, as that cold air mass collides with the warm air. Rough thunderstorms up in here, cold air, snow back behind here. All of Montana is calling for snow. All right. Just go back through this and I'll start calling off times real quick for you guys that like that. All right. right, so opening frame, current conditions, October 22nd. We have this little remnants of a hurricane coming back onto the coast here. There's that. All right, so now we're into the morning of the 23rd. There's noon the 23rd. There's the end of convection the 23rd, right through here in Texas, a little yellow, but it shouldn't be any more than what they're calling for. There's the nighttime of the 23rd, morning of the 24th, noontime the 24th, end of convection the 24th, nighttime the 24th. Here comes the storm coming in. This is the morning of the 25th. Down here in Texas, look out for severe weather during the morning hours of the 25th. The 26th is the one I'm worried about. Now it's in the noontime. It moves up through Oklahoma here, so watch out as all that this area. This is the end of convection on the 25th. Then it blossoms at nighttime right here in Oklahoma. Then as we get into the 26th, this is when I'm expecting our energy due to start affecting our weather, is right around this time. So that's just before the time it's due to hit. So if it hits early, it could affect this already. So you guys in Oklahoma, the night of the 25th and the morning of the 26th, look out. Same with this whole area. Watch out the morning of the 26th. There's noon the 26th. See how this stuff just scatters? Watch how it goes from here, all curved, and then connects up at this and scatters. This is all intense thunderstorms. It's going to have added energy to it, okay, more than what they're predicting. This is the noontime of the 26th. There's the end of convection, the 26th right there. And let's try to do this again. Alright. So, the end of convection, the 26th. There's the nighttime of the 26th. Now, as this storm, on the backside of it, has all this cold air, all this snow, possible freezing rain in that pink zone. That's the morning of the 27th. Noon. End of convection, the 27th. Nighttime, the 27th. Morning of the 28th, as this thing wraps up and moves out through Canada. On the backside here, we have this cold air mass with more snow, freezing rain, and regular rain back here. Watch as it starts here on the morning of the 28th. Then by noon, during the daytime, you're going to have freezing rain on the 28th there. That's the end of convection, the 28th. With this cold and this moist, watch out along this convergence line. They're calling for thunderstorms out front here. So those pop-ups out front are the ones we kind of worry about. So watch this event at the end of convection on the 28th. Going into the nighttime of the 28th, morning of the 29th. That's noontime. There's the end of convection. Whoops. Back up one. End of convection right there, the 29th. So when the cloud tops are supposed to be the highest and most dominant. Okay, that's the nighttime of the 29th. The morning of the 30th, you're calling for intensifying in the morning hours. All right, that's noon. That's the end of convection right back down here in Texas again. Let's see if we can pull this up a little bit better for you guys. Sorry. All right, continue on. There's the nighttime of the 30th right there. So this whole strip right across Texas. Let me even zoom in on this for you guys real quick. There it is. Alright, that whole bullseye going right across Texas. This is the nighttime of the 30th. Alright, let me get back to... Then, as we go into the 31st, Halloween, it's still remnants down here in the morning of the 31st. Moving in there at noon. The end of convection, it moves into Louisiana with a threat of intense thunderstorms in that area. And even if you don't get tornadoes, watch out for the hail. The hail has been large, doing a lot of damage. There's been an intense flash flooding. The atmosphere can retain a lot more moisture than it used to, about twice as much than it used to. And that's why your regular thunderstorms are dumping twice as much water, because your storms can retain that much more. There's more particulates in the air for the water droplets to cling to. All these volcanic explosions. I should do more of detailed volcanic reports, because every day there's like 7 or 8 volcanoes that are, another one spews to 10,000 feet, this one to 30,000 feet, that one to 14,000. 4 or 5 times a day there's different volcanoes that are puffing out something, putting more particulates in the air, creating our weather, making the weather, the storms are able to retain twice as much moisture. Thank you, that's how I want to say it. The nighttime of the 31st, right there. So trick or treat in this area is going to be wet. That's the morning of the 1st of November, the noontime. And the convection, nighttime, clearing out across most of the country. This little event right here coming up on the November 3rd. That's pretty far out there, so I don't really go too much further than that. And it doesn't really have too much to show. This thing winding up here, but we'll see what happens when we get there. That's a couple weeks away, so that's all of that stuff. Just need to show you we haven't had a report a lot lately because we're missing data. And we have to use this instrument to get some of the data. Alright, and I showed you this little guy heading our way. Oops. Zoom down. There we go. You guys see the wings on this thing? And then there's another event that's coming out right here too. So next day or so, we'll be doing whatever came out of this area. All right. So that's it for the solar report. That stuff. Let's come back over here to this. We're gonna be doing this one a lot because of what's going on. I think you guys might need this more than you know. Okay, I'm going to play it again. I'm sure you guys have seen this before. Some other stuff here. Oh, before I play this, for those of you who have seen this now over and over, it's Jesus' face. Here's an eye, his nose, his chin. So here's his face with his hair flowing back right here. If you tilt your head to the right, his face is looking down from like this angle, so you got to kind of tilt your head to the right. You can make out the crown up here above it. All right, this event happened on Easter. Okay, it was an hour-long event. I took about 1,000 pictures of it. Okay, I made this video by stacking the pictures on top of each other like a flip book, and that's how I was able to create this video out of all the single pictures that I took. All right, this is not Photoshop, this is not CGI, this is a real event that happened on Easter, and I need you guys to wrap your heads around how significant this event is, how blessed you are to actually see this. If you can see this, not everybody can see this image, they just think it's a cloud, but for those of us, we know that is more than a cloud. Especially when it happens on Easter and a warm wind kicks up and birds go berserk for an hour. Something else I wanted to ask you guys is, some of you that have been around for a while, has this image helped you? Has it touched you? Has it changed your life? Have you shared it with friends and family? Does anybody have a testimony out there that they could tell me how this image gave them relief or hope or strength or courage or just anything? You sent it to a friend and they saw it and now they're a believer. Just let me know in the comments. I really don't ask this too much, but every once in a while it's nice to get a little bit of feedback as to, has this image touched you and affected you in you know giving you strength or courage or patience or tolerance or hope. There's a lot that comes with this image. Some people might get scared because then this means the end is coming. That it's real and that it's coming. Other people that are believers might be relieved knowing that their belief was true and that their prayers are being heard and answered. I'm just kind of curious. Even anybody in the chat could, just say, hey, I put it on my phone and I like to look at it every once in a while. Or, I showed it to my kids and they are all of a sudden believers. The reason why I think this event happened is so I could capture it and try to share it with you guys so we can solidify a lot of people's beliefs. We can confirm a lot of the Bible. Um, it's just so much in this image right here that if you, I can't even get to every little aspect of this. But I'm gonna go ahead and play this video as we close out. Get the microphone over by the speaker and we'll just let her rip. Howdy, folks. Welcome back. So I know there's a lot of activity going on the sun, but I really don't feel like reporting on that stuff right now. Actually, I want to go back and revisit an event that happened earlier this year, 2020, around Easter, when I captured what appears to be Jesus in the clouds here. So I need you to tilt your head to the right about 45 degrees, and here's an eye, his other eye, his nose, his mouth, his chin and beard, his hair flowing back like this, and you can make out a crown up here above his head. That crown is hovering over his head. There seems to be almost a little halo around his head too. And once you see that image, then we can zoom in just a little bit tighter. There you go. Okay, and this event happened over a course of about an hour, and I got a lot of pictures of it. See, if we go up above here, you can see all these pictures up from way over here going across, or all of this event, and I'm going to show you more of what happened here. Okay, here I've taken about 7 or 8 of those pictures and put them together in a flip book, and you can see the different images in this event, where you can see that this face has changed now. Now we're seeing a more round, like lion type face with the nose right here. Here's an eye coming out here, an eye going that way. Here's its mouth slit, the chin going down here. So this round face right here with a crown still above it. Now I'm going to go through and show you the flip book where it changes from Jesus to this lion face. Okay, now we're here at this image right here. This is a flip book of about maybe 15 or 20 of those pictures, and it's the transition between Jesus' face and the lion face. All right. That's a real event, you guys. I hope this is getting through, and you all can see what's going on over in the Middle East. All right, we're entering a very critical time now. A lot of the stuff that you're doing right now is what you're going to be judged on. So it's time to have faith, believe, do random acts of kindness, try to patch up broken relationships, or heal old wounds. Try to reach out and save as many souls as you can. That's what this is all about. It's a spiritual test. It's a test of character and of your faith. And then once you know and you're a believer, How are you going to spread that word? Are you gonna fight for the Lord, or are you gonna succumb to the deception of the world? We got a lot of propaganda and a lot of lies going on out there. If you know what I'm talking about, between different media organizations and different YouTubers. Okay, so don't. I know you all want to take sides, but it's really hard to try to stay neutral. Okay, there's a lot of innocent people being hurt in this, and a lot of being hurt because of ignorance. They have no knowledge of the truth. Okay, they're gonna die because of their ignorance, their lack of knowledge. But it seems to me that they're actually trying to like rush this process or something. Mm, some breaking news. Also, while I'm showing you this, something that I just saw Paul Bagley report on is the IRGC. That's the Iranian. That's their Iranian forces. Their IRGC headquarters got attacked. Okay, and that's like poking the bear in the eye with a stick or whatever. I'm sure Mike's probably livid about whatever happened there, whatever strike, but the Iranian Guard got struck. So that's really kind of pushing some buttons there and inviting that country into the fray. As we're getting dragged in, it looks like they're trying to get in there too. So just keep your heads on a swivel, keep informed, get prepared, be spiritually prepared. This is real. Okay, that's why I keep showing you guys this, so some of you will grow in your faith and strength. Others will, might freak out and go, "Oh my God, this is too much" or whatever. I don't know, but just stay strong. Keep praying for each other. This is the sincerity in your prayers is what gives them power. Okay, I like praying on my knees because that shows the Lord that you mean business. So your prayers are being heard. You're doing a lot of damage in the spiritual realm that you don't even see. You guys are fighting back as hard as you can, and that's good. Just try not to get rattled. This is a how do I put this? A spiritual battle for your mind. All right. The media wants you to be all scared and flipped out and worried about what their agenda is when this is what's going on for real in your skies. He told you when you see wars and rumors of wars, right, which we see, when you see pestilences like the 19, you see earthquakes in diverse places, volcanoes going off. All the signs are there. I showed you several signs in the sun that happened when predicted. 2,000-year-old prophecies coming true in the stars. All right, so this is all really happening, and this is the truth. This is the truth right here. This is your truth. The media and all the propaganda and stuff you see is all temporal. It only lasts for a moment and then it's fleeting and it's gone. This is forever. Okay, so rest assured on that. All right, maybe put your faith in this a little bit more than what the media, tries to drag your mind into fear, into worry, into anxiety and stuff. Just remember, this is all part of the story, all part of the script, the scriptures, right? Scriptures are just the script to a movie. It's already been written, already been played, already been put together. You're just a live actor in it as it unfolds. Okay? So there is an ending to this. You believers are going to have victory. That's what you're seeing right here is victory. When you look at this and you understand the Lion of Judah and Jesus in the clouds in the same event on Easter, and we had another event that happened the day before. Let's just kind of go back to the day before this. event to show you something else. Happy Easter, right there. Alright, this event, that I'm about to show you right here, took place the day before Easter. I studied it that night, whatever, made the video the night before Easter, named this one Happy Easter. Then the next day I went out to the same place where I took this picture and caught the Jesus in the clouds. So this event right here happened the day before. And let me just back it up a little bit and I'll let you watch a little of this real quick. Oh, just leave it, I guess. Let's go back to right about here. And this dot. This is a set of eyes. I'm going to pull it over a little bit. We're going to zoom in. Here's the mouth, the eyes, the face, the horns of a dragon. I'll pull back a little bit. And I'll zoom in. Yep. Can you see the dragon? I think right about there is probably pretty good. The eye, the nostrils. Here's the mouth and the teeth. You can see the flange coming off the side of its face right here. Horns coming up. Let's play this a little bit more. And as I pan back, you can still see the dragon's face as well as this. This is...
Take your next giant leap with Purdue University.
Sorry.
Enroll today at purdue.edu/online.
Thanks, Purdue. Wow. I can't even rewind in my own video without an ad. And I started noticing some other stuff in here that I'm going to point out. Okay, here I've zoomed in on it. Now, I'm going to point out something here that I have from my spirit videos. We're going to zoom in. Here's the mouth, the eyes, the face, the horns of a dragon. Alright, hopefully you guys can see that right there. We'll leave that right there and try to do something else real quick. Bear with me for a second here. What was it? I should have pulled this up, but Slovakia. No. Strange sounds over Slovakia. All right. That sound is coming from the spiritual realm. The sound of a dragon is actually up there in the sky. You just can't see it. Okay? But it's there. I was a little surprised to find out that dragons were real. When all this stuff started happening to me, I was like, what's going on? And part of all this is the dragons are real. The dragon, the devil, the dragon, right? Satan, Lucifer, right there. Right there. And you could hear it in the sky growling. Let me play this some more a little bit here in the background. And this, all right, this happened over Slovakia, these sounds right here. I want you to see something else that happened over here. We'll do that in a second here. One more time with these sounds. Okay, so this stuff is real. Okay, the spiritual realm is getting closer and closer. All right, now let's take you back here real quick. This happened over Slovakia as well. Oh. No, shush, you guys. All right, let me skip the ads real quick here. Alright, I'm going to point out this giant face in the clouds right here. 2 eyes. Here's the brim of the nose coming down. Here's the mouth. In a minute, this mouth spits lightning. You can hear this thing growling in the sky. Alright, hang on. Whoops.
Sounds like anything but.
Yeah. So, we got all kinds of spiritual stuff going on here over Slovakia. And then what I wanted to do here is speed this up a couple of times because this is happening kind of in slow motion. So one of my videos here, we've taken it and sped it up a couple of times, and I want you guys to hear what it sounds like sped up. Oh.
All right, folks, this is a real event. dimensions and slow motion. So when you speed things up, you start to see the activity even clearer. So here we go. All right, folks.
Okay, so a real event. This has already happened. This is going to be happening more and more as we continue. This giant face in the clouds right here with a little crown over his head right here. There's the nose, the mouth, growling and spitting lightning. Where's the spot where it spits lightning again? Here, let's
All right.
Let's go back to the other one because I wanted to just point out something really quick. Oh, it was back in the other one. I'm trying to get it to the spot where it's the lightning comes out of its mouth. Oh well. Anyways, real event. All right, this stuff is happening in your clouds now, and most people don't know it. It's right here. All right, that's the frame I wanted to capture because you can see this bolt of lightning is coming right out of where the mouth is. There's the nose, there's the two eyes, and it's coming right out of where the mouth is on this face. Do you see that, you guys? And then I'm going to go ahead and hit play from this moment. Redo it real quick. Right there. Alright, so there's all kinds of crazy activity going on in your clouds, and you're going to be seeing more and more of this stuff as we progress down this road, okay? That's why it's important that you, not this one, that you, come on back to me, please, the other one. It's important that you have this guy right here as your anchor. Oh, without an ad every time. Alright, right there. We'll freeze frame it. Right there. Alright. So I hope this brings you guys some hope, strength, courage. You have power in your prayers. You guys are, your prayers are the ones that's holding up a lot of them, their plans, messing them all up. So keep up the good work, everybody. Have faith. Know that there is victory. There is light at the end of the tunnel. You just got to keep walking in faith, keep standing your ground, and keep moving on. He's here to take care of business, all right? Your faith in him gives him more power to take care of business. So just hang in there, everybody. Keep your head on a swivel. Know that somebody just attacked the IRGC, which is like another step forward in this wartime thing that we're doing now. All right, so please pray for cooler heads to prevail. Maybe some of these guys will have the courage to do the right thing instead of killing each other and dragging us all down with them. So we got to pray for each other's strength and endurance, and try to share this with people that you love, your friends and family. The hour's getting late, and for people that are having trouble believing, well, maybe seeing is believing. So if you shoot them this image or whatever, it could possibly change their life. You could possibly save a soul. All right, that's the name of the game now at this late stage, is saving souls. I think you guys have kind of figured that out by now. All right, I love you all. I got to get going. It's been a long day for me, and I got another long day going tomorrow. So the next little events that happen, I'll try to bring to you. Hopefully, we'll get more data on our satellite. And in the meantime, keep this close to your heart, okay? Don't let all this other distractions get the best of you, and take control of your emotions. Don't let it get you angry or scared, because you got somebody on your side that's watching over you and protecting you. All right? So just have faith. The rest of the people, they'll have to get on board. You can see that this is unfolding for a reason, to get the world's attention focused on this instead of everything else. But in the meantime, we'll just keep doing it this way until we get there. All right? That's it for tonight. I love you all. God bless you all. And until my next video, I'll be back. Oh, I am back. Can't you tell?